Why, wasn't that wonderful to watch? Right? Hi there, I'm Ron Chuckett. It's 23 minutes after 1 on a Saturday morning, and the Washington Nationals have won their fourth straight, 13-3 over the Oakland Athletics on an amazing night in Oakland. Everyone had a hit. They had 20 hits. Everyone had an RBI. They scored 13 runs. Brian Goodwin had a homer, a triple, and 2 singles. Anthony Rendon with a homer. Overall, they hit 5 homers tonight, and they did it without Bryce Harper. Imagine that. Steven Strasburg, 7 strong. Blake Trinan, Steven Strasburg, 7 strong. And it was also Dusty Baker's 1800th career win as a manager. Won a lot of games as a player, too. But as a manager, that's pretty impressive. Let's get to the totals as my cap pounds on the door. 13 runs, 20 hits, and an error for the Nationals. They go to 34-19 and hold an 11-game lead in the National League East. The A's slink to 23-31. They are in dead last in the American League West. 3 runs, 7 hits, and no errors. Steven Strasburg goes to 7-1, and again, he pitched 7 wonderful innings. Andrew Triggs, who I was kind of looking forward to see, I did the preview piece today for this series, and he just got junk ball right out of existence. Just really couldn't do anything with it, and it was a long night early. So Trey Turner, 2 for 6. Jason Worth, 2 for 4. Daniel Murphy, his 15th 4-hit game of his career. 4 for 6, 2 runs, 2 RBI, and a home run. Again, it just goes on and on and on. The pitching line, also the extra base hits. With runners in scoring position tonight, they went 7 for 13. They stranded 10, which is amazing. I mean, this could have been so much more. 7 for 13, and they had 1, 2, 3, 4, 6 RBI with 2 out. So let's go through the extra base hits. Rendon with a double, his 12th. Wieters with a double, his 9th. Taylor with a double, his 7th. And Taylor went 2 for 5. Just a short, compact swing is wonderful. Goodwin with a lone triple. Taylor with a homer. Murphy with a homer. Worth with a kaboom. Goodwin with his first ever kaboom. And Rendon with his 10th of the year. Brian Goodwin tonight had 9 total bases. It's already the 5th time this year that they've scored 13-plus runs. That ties the record for the team. It took them all of 2015 to do it 5 times. Today's June 2nd. Well, really June 3rd, but games played as of June 2nd. They've set the record. Unreal. Pitching lines, pretty easy tonight. Strasburg, 7 innings, 4 hits, 2 runs, both earned. He walked 3. Control wasn't great. He hit 98 on the gun, but walked. He just didn't seem to. It was kind of off and on. He struck out 7 and gave up the home run. 100 pitches, 64 strikes. Trinan. It was a game was over anyway. 2 innings, 3 hits. A run, it was earned, a homer in the 9th. He walked 1 and struck out 1. And he has a devilish ERA now of 6.66. 32 pitches, 18 strikes. Not what you want to see, but the lead was so safe it didn't really matter. Let's see. All right. Al, Red Sox fan and Joker Judo. Say hello. I am up late early. No, I'm pretty tired. I'm going to bed soon. And I am fine, thanks. Tonight's caffeine was a Coke Zero, little less caffeine than the dunk I had the other day. And I guess it's late game on Monday, too. So hope you guys are doing well. I guess the takeaway is that they just are, goodness gracious, when they are on, they just absolutely rake. They just learn to take pitches. Great swings, especially with Taylor. I'm just so impressed with him. And to do all this without Bryce Harper. that you could have Ryan Zimmerman lead this offense in 2017. I mean, that was just such a far thought from before. And again, getting only 7 innings from a starter, and you just give the bullpen pretty much another night off for Trinan. So Coda Glover hasn't pitched in 3 days. Matt Albers, who threw over 200 pitches in the month of May, now has 2 days off. The setup situation is kind of in flux, but you really are setting yourselves up. And with another win, it doesn't matter what they do with the Dodgers on this road trip. A 5th win gives them a winning road trip. They've won the first 4. Joe Ross goes tomorrow, and you wonder, what you'll see from him. But that's for tomorrow afternoon. For tonight, you just go in, you get it, and you take it. I mean, they're just, as a team, they have 299 runs. Tomorrow is the first third of the season, so they're on pace for 900. By the way, with Dusty's 1800th win tonight, he's now the 16th manager in Major League Baseball history to do that. Pretty impressive stuff. Hey, Seth, nice to meet you. I don't think I've talked with you before, and it was a great win on a Saturday morning. Just an all-around tremendous effort. What a play by Murph to turn that double play. He made the error early and then caught that. We didn't catch the rocket, but got that sinking rocket and turned a double play. And, of course, the game ended on another double play. Bryce, yeah. Judo Joker says, Bryce Harper and Adam Eaton are carrying this team right now. No way the Nets score 13 runs in the game without them. Oh, yeah, sure. Okay. Don't send me whatever you're drinking tonight. So it really is amazing. They were in the first 23 games without Eaton. They were 12-11, and they started this trip, and now I believe they're 17-12 without Eaton. They just really have come together as a team. You know what? Go back maybe, Judo. See if you agree with me. If you go back to the fight on Monday, and what that did, because Hunter Strickland, we know was not the sharpest thing to do. They just kind of put this team back together again. They swept the Giants, who are better than the last place team that the record shows, and they just pounded the A's. This was their Oakland's best pitcher tonight, and he was done early. It just wasn't that pretty. Yes, congratulations to Brian Goodwin on his first Major League homer. The smile he had, especially after the triple, ear to ear in the field, that's what it's all about. He just feels so good for him. And Al, the runs aren't transferable. They're like the old green stamps. They keep in your pocket. Let me go through the rest of the scores, at least in the division, which includes the Red Sox tonight. Let me say, before we get to that, Triggs, 3 2/3 innings. 9 hits, 6 runs, all earned, a walk, 3 strikeouts, and 2 homers. Neal, I thought, pitched better, 3 1/3 innings, but he gave up 9 hits, 7 runs, all earned. And his ERA is now 9.95. Just had to take one for the team. All right, everything else in baseball is a final. In the division, it is not a pretty picture. The Giants, who couldn't do anything against the Nationals, go to Philadelphia and shut them out 10-0. The Diamondbacks fall to Miami 7-5. Miami, the only team in the division to win tonight besides Washington. The Mets lose to Pittsburgh at home 12-7. It's just kind of a free fall right now in New York. In Baltimore, they beat the Red Sox 3-2. And do they gain any ground on the Yankees? They gained ground on the Yankees because the Blue Jays beat them 7-5. So that's the games of note elsewhere around Major League Baseball. Clayton Kershaw, by the way, the Dodgers played a 12-inning game against Milwaukee tonight, and the Dodgers struck out 26 as a team. Kershaw had 14. He now has 2,000 in his career. 26 strikeouts in 12 innings. Out of a possible 36 outs, only 10 balls were put in play. Wow. Absolutely amazing. The Mets have gone poop, Al. Drew Douglas, who I forgot to ask if you want to do the show. Goodwin is having the kind of night that he had tonight shows the phenomenal job Rizzo has done building this roster. Outstanding organizational depth even after the Eaton trade. Yeah, and they're relaxed. When you have a massive lead like this, I mean, let's face it, you are now in the position where if they don't make the playoffs, we're talking a monumental collapse of 64 Phillies, 78 Red Sox, 95 California Angels here, especially with 2 wild cards. I mean, I don't see how the Nationals can miss the playoffs at this point. You can relax a little bit, and sometimes that works against you. They'll play some games where you're just kind of pulling your hair out as far as what are they doing? But, as a team, you can just kind of focus on what you need to do. And that's exactly what they've done. Hey, thanks for watching, Seth. We do this after every game. Ricky will be with you the next 2 games. So good night to you two, and thanks for the nice words. You can just relax out there and do your thing. There's not a lot of pressure. And it's a case of, he wouldn't have played if it wasn't for the Harper suspension. And he goes out and gives you a great night. Absolutely wonderful. All right, let's go through the minor league system. Rough night for the Syracuse Chiefs in AAA. Columbus beat them 11-5. Dustin McGowan with the loss goes to 1-4 with a 6.23 ERA. Ryan Rayburn with his 4th homer of the year. And Brandon Snyder with his 10th. Really rough night for Harrisburg. Therefore, hit by Erie. Hill with the loss. No homers in that game. 2 errors for Harrisburg. Potomac shuts out Lynchburg 3-0. Reyes with the win. He goes to 4-5 with a 4.60 ERA. And Sheppel picks up his 2nd save. And Hagerstown loses a heartbreaker to Columbia 8-7 in 10 innings. They both had 10 hits. Peterson with a loss, 0-1 on the year with a 4.70 ERA, and no homers tonight for Hagerstown. But Hagerstown is 32-22 on the year. Yeah, that's insane from the Dodgers. Judo Joker says Kershaw well on his way to 3,000, maybe 4,000. Much of a beast as he is. Mad Max should be at 3,000 soon himself. He'll hit 2,000 this year, Judo. I believe he needs 30 more, but that was before. I think that was 30 more before last night or his last game. So he should do that sometime in the month of June. He will break that. And yes, I agree. He will break 3,000. Yeah, I do think Kershaw can hit 4,000. He really is such a good pitcher, and I certainly hope that his back holds up. All right, tomorrow it's Joe Ross, and then Sunday it is Tanner Roark's turn to go again. So, as I said earlier, if the Nats win tomorrow, they win the road trip. They will have won 5 straight, or if they win 1 more against Oakland, they'll have the road trip before they go and play 3 against the Dodgers in L.A. And right now, with Kershaw pitching tonight along with Strasburg, you have a case where those 2 will meet up for the first time ever at Dodger Stadium Wednesday afternoon at 3 o'clock. And aren't we looking forward to that? That should be fun. That's the last game on the road trip. And before that makeup game against Baltimore. Good night, Al. Hope you sleep well. And we always love to have you here. So let's go through the thank yous. Today we did the 5 players to watch for this series, and Ricky took a look at another draft pick, I believe. Tomorrow he's got a piece on Matt Albers. And I'm not sure what I'm writing about yet, but we'll figure that out when I wake up. And Judo Joker says, yeah, as much as he's caused us Nats fans misery, hard to dislike him. Yeah, I agree with that. It really is hard to dislike him. And Drew will have his player of the week for Sunday, by the way. All right. So give this video a like and subscribe to our YouTube channel. We do this every night after the game, especially, doesn't matter really what time it is. Follow us on, like us on Facebook. Everything gets posted there. Give us a like on Twitter at District on Deck. And, of course, districtondeck.com. That gets you everything you need to know. All right, so for Ricky Keeler, who is with you the next 2 games, I'm Ron Juckett. Thank you so much for being with us. Have a good morning, and we'll talk to you the next time.